Have you ever wondered why younger women often attract older men? It's a question that certainly sparked countless debates and discussions. We'll delve into this intriguing phenomenon, examining it from different perspectives. We'll unmask the psychology behind it, the societal norms that shape it, and the legal aspects surrounding it. We'll also explore the contentious topic of polygamy, both in America and globally. So are you ready to journey through this labyrinth of age, attraction, and societal norms? Stay tuned to navigate through the fascinating dynamics of age, attraction, and societal norms. Let's delve into the psychology behind why younger women often attract older men. From an evolutionary perspective, this attraction can be seen as a survival strategy. Older men, having had more time to accumulate resources, can provide security and stability, which are appealing aspects for any potential partner. Younger women, on the other hand, are often viewed as more fertile, which aligns with the biological imperative to pass on genes. Moving on to the sociocultural perspective, societal norms and expectations can fuel this allure. Men, who are often judged by their financial and social status, may attract younger women who are drawn to these markers of success. This is not to say that all women are materialistic. Rather, societal conditioning may influence these preferences. Next, we consider the individual difference perspective. This approach suggests that personal experiences and individual personality traits influence attraction. For example, a woman with a nurturing personality might be attracted to an older man in need of care. Or perhaps an older man with a youthful spirit finds a younger woman's energy invigorating. Psychodynamic theories also offer explanations such as the electrocomplex, which suggests that women may subconsciously seek out partners who remind them of their fathers. This is not to imply every woman who dates an older man has daddy issues, but rather that our early relationships can influence our later romantic choices. Moreover, some research suggests that men's sexual preferences remain relatively fixed throughout their lives, while women's preferences can change with age. This could potentially account for some older men's interest in younger women. Lastly, let's not forget the role of media. Movies, TV shows, and advertisements often portray relationships between older men and younger women as desirable, which can undoubtedly shape societal perceptions and personal preferences. As we can see, the attraction is complex and multifaceted, with various factors at play. From evolutionary instincts to societal conditioning, from individual differences to media influence, the reasons behind why younger women often attract older men are varied and deeply intertwined. Now, let's shift our focus to a related topic: polygamy. What does America say about it? In the United States, the legal stance on polygamy is clear and unequivocal. It's prohibited. Polygamy, defined as the practice of having more than one spouse at the same time, has been illegal in all 50 states since the late 19th century. This law was upheld in a landmark Supreme Court case in 1885, titled Reynolds v. United States, where the court ruled that religious duty was not a suitable defense for polygamy. Anyone found guilty of this offense can face penalties that range from fines to imprisonment, depending on the state's specific laws. In some states, the punishment can be as severe as 5 years in prison. It's important to note, however, that enforcement of these laws varies, with some states focusing more on associated crimes like child abuse or welfare fraud. But what about societal perception? Well, it's nuanced. While the majority of Americans still view polygamy as morally unacceptable, there has been a slight increase in acceptance over the past few decades. According to a Gallup poll conducted in 2017, 17% of Americans found polygamy to be morally acceptable, up from just 7% in 2003. It's also worth noting that there are communities in the United States, particularly among certain fundamentalist Mormon groups, where polygamy is practiced despite its illegality. These communities often exist on the fringes of society and face significant legal and social challenges. In summary, the American stand on polygamy is a complex one. While it is clearly prohibited by law, enforcement and societal perceptions vary. It's a topic that continues to spark debate, with arguments often centering around the themes of personal freedom, religious liberty, and societal norms. While polygamy is illegal in the United States, the scenario is different in other parts of the world. So stay tuned as we delve into the global perspective on polygamy next. Across the globe, the laws and societal norms around polygamy vary greatly. This variance is a testament to the rich diversity of human societies, each with its own unique blend of traditions, beliefs, and legal systems. Let's start with a region where polygamy is both legal and socially accepted: Africa. In many African nations, polygamy is deeply rooted in the culture and tradition. For instance, in countries like Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, polygamy is not just legal, but a widely accepted practice. The reasons behind this acceptance range from the desire for large families to the belief in polygamy as a sign of wealth and status. In stark contrast, let's hop over to Europe. Here, polygamy is largely illegal and not socially accepted. Countries like France, Germany, and the UK have laws explicitly prohibiting polygamy. The societal norms in these countries view polygamy as an infringement on equality and human rights. Asia presents a mixed bag. In some countries like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, polygamy is legal and practiced within certain religious and societal norms. However, in others like China and India, polygamy is illegal. Interestingly, in countries like Indonesia and Malaysia, the practice is legally recognized for Muslims, but not for other religious groups. The Americas, too, have a diverse stance. While polygamy is illegal in most of North and South America, there are some exceptions. For example, in some indigenous communities in the Amazon, polygamy is a traditional practice. Now let's talk about the countries where polygamy is socially accepted, but not legally recognized. In these places, polygamy tends to exist in a sort of legal gray area. An example of this is Russia, where polygamy is technically illegal, but there are regions, particularly in the North Caucasus, where it's practiced and socially accepted. It's also important to note that even in countries where polygamy is legal, there are often restrictions in place. For instance, in countries like Nigeria and South Africa, a man must obtain consent from his first wife before taking another. And in places like Saudi Arabia, a man must prove he can financially support multiple wives before he's allowed to marry more than one woman. What does all this mean? Well, it underscores the fact that the acceptance or rejection of polygamy is deeply tied to a society's cultural, religious, and legal fabric. Moreover, it highlights the complex interplay between societal norms and legal systems, and how these two aspects can sometimes be at odds with each other. Different cultures, different laws. Polygamy, a practice steeped in tradition, is seen differently across the globe. Now that we've explored both topics separately, let's look at how they intersect. Age, attraction, and polygamy are three elements that, when interwoven, create a fascinating tapestry of human behavior and societal norms. The intersection of these elements is not merely a coincidence, but a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and sociological factors. In terms of age and attraction, we've already discussed how some older men are drawn to younger women due to factors ranging from perceived fertility to the allure of youthfulness. This attraction can sometimes lead to relationships with significant age differences, which are often met with varying degrees of societal acceptance or criticism. Now, let's introduce polygamy into the equation. Historically, in societies where polygamy was accepted, powerful and older men would often have multiple younger wives. The reasons for this are multifaceted, including the desire for more offspring, a symbol of status, and the ability to provide for multiple families. In contemporary society, however, polygamy is often met with controversy and is illegal in many parts of the world, including the United States. This legal and societal disapproval may discourage such relationships, yet it doesn't entirely eliminate them. Subcultures and communities where polygamy is practiced do exist, often hidden from the public eye. The intersection of age, attraction, and polygamy is also influenced by cultural norms and societal laws. In cultures where age gaps and polygamy are more accepted, such relationships might be more prevalent. Conversely, in societies where these practices are frowned upon or illegal, they may be less common or exist under the surface. It's important to remember that these dynamics are not black and white. Individuals have diverse preferences and motivations, and societal norms and laws are continually evolving. Age, attraction, and polygamy are not isolated phenomena, but interconnected elements of the broader human experience. The relationship between age, attraction, and polygamy is complex and influenced by a myriad of factors. So, what can we conclude from all this? We've taken a deep dive into the dynamics of attraction, particularly between older men and younger women, and explored the legal and societal aspects of polygamy in the United States and across the globe. It's clear that these are complex topics layered with cultural, societal, and personal implications. In our exploration, we've unveiled that the attraction between older men and younger women is often rooted in evolutionary psychology, with older men offering stability and resources, and younger women representing fertility and vitality. Turning our gaze towards polygamy, we've discovered that it's a practice shrouded in controversy. While it's illegal in the United States, it's accepted and even celebrated in other parts of the world. This disparity highlights the influence of cultural norms and legal frameworks on personal relationships and societal structures. However, the intersection of age, attraction, and polygamy is where things get particularly intriguing. Our age, our attractions, and our relationship choices are intertwined in complex ways, and societal norms and laws often shape them. Yet these norms and laws vary greatly around the globe, reminding us of the diversity of human experiences. In the end, these explorations lead us back to the human heart. Complex, unpredictable, and often rebellious, it tends to desire what it desires, regardless of societal norms and laws. And that's the beauty of it. While societal norms and laws can influence these dynamics, ultimately, the heart wants what it wants. Thank you for joining us on this journey through age, attraction, and polygamy. We've delved deep into the intriguing dynamics of relationships and societal norms, and we hope you found this exploration as enlightening as we did. Your thoughts and perspectives matter to us, so we encourage you to comment below and share your views. Did this video challenge your preconceptions or reinforce your beliefs? Do you have a different viewpoint or a personal story to share? We'd love to hear from you. Moreover, if you know someone who might find this topic interesting or thought-provoking, don't hesitate to share this video with them. You never know, it might spark a meaningful conversation. As we wrap up, let's remember that love, attraction, and relationships are complex. They're shaped by a multitude of factors, many of which we've touched upon today. But it's this complexity that makes them so fascinating. Until next time, stay curious,